Welcome in, welcome in. We're going to see how many we have in the chat today. Welcome to GLP-1 Game Changer. My name is Chad, and I know we've never formally met, but I have some people on this channel that's kind of picked up and decided to subscribe to this channel over the last year for different purposes. I'm sure most of you guys could say I'm on a GLP-1. I'm on tirzepatide, which is your Mounjaro, or Zepbound, which is going to be the same compound of the tirzepatide, but it's going to be geared for people with obesity, all of you guys out there that have diabetes, type 2. I'm going to fall more in that camp of a type 2 diabetic with Manjaro. But again, we have people on here from, this side that has, type 2 diabetes, and people on this side of the spectrum that maybe got on it originally for weight loss. Because in the beginning, they actually allowed some people to get on Manjaro or tirzepatide because of obesity. But then they regulated it for just people with type 2 diabetes. And now they have obviously the Manjaro that's opened up under, sorry, the tirzepatide. I keep saying Manjaro, sorry, tirzepatide, which is going to be more of your Zepbound for all of you guys out there that have obesity. And, I understand they have more stuff out there, ready to tried and different compounds out there now for GLP-1s. But my story is I've been on Manjaro for how long has it been now? I want to say, I could be wrong, 3 years maybe, 3.5, 4 years. I've been on it since it came out in the United States. In fact, it'd been out on the market for like 2 weeks. And you guys got to understand a little bit more about me. And the more you guys follow this channel, I'm going to try to do more content on this channel. I've got like three other channels that I do, two dedicated ones, and I run a YouTube channel for a company. So I'm a busy guy. But I used to talk more about Manjaro and all these different GLP-1s. On my channel that is more geared and dedicated to men's grooming. Obviously, I have a company called BHT Grooming, but I do more beard care, head shaving, men's grooming, fragrances, women's line, men's line, stuff like that over there. And I wanted to separate the GLP videos on this channel. And what's up, Mobin? Good to see you. So if you have a GLP one that you are on, I'd love to know. Just drop it in the comments below. Again, this channel, I'm talking about Manjaro today. There are a lot of GLP ones out there. Before I got on Manjaro, I was on a medication called Victoza. Has anybody been on Victoza? Let me know in the comments below. Let me know if you are on a GLP-1. Which one are you on? Are you on the common one that was out before Manjaro, which was Wegovy? Or if you are a diabetic like myself, it would have been um, oh gosh, I'm trying to think what it's called. Somebody help me in the chat. What's it called? I'll think of it here in a minute. Anyways, um, I got on this. Gosh, I'm trying to think what it was now. I know there's Trulicity. I was on that too, and I did do a video. By the way, if you find good content here, hit that like button. Um, oh my gosh, it's semaglutide. I'm trying to think what it's called. Anybody remember what it's called? Anybody? I know we got 9 in the chat. We got 0. A big old goose egg of likes. Come on now. Double tap the screen, give this a like, help this small content creator out. All right. I'll think of it here in a minute. But anyways, I was on that and it did do nothing for me. And I was on the lower dosage, and my diabetes was like, gosh, it was like 11. Now I've known a lot of people that I've seen on YouTube that have had like, A1Cs up to almost 20, which is crazy. I can't imagine having a A1C as a diabetic. Ozempic is what I was thinking of, all the way up to almost 20, right? And so, but I went into the doctor or my endocrinologist, and they're like, there's a new medication that just came out recently, and we want to see if you'd be interested in trying it. So I tried it, and man, it's been a game changer for me. It's completely radically changed my life. I've been on 15 milligrams for quite some time now, and there was a time where my insurance would not cover it, and they wanted me to go off of it and go back to check this out. If you're diabetic, you might find this kind of comical, but yet not comical, because it was really. Can you give me my box of Manjaro out of the fridge? Um, they wanted me to go back on, yeah, metformin. I'm like, are you kidding me? You want me to go back from Manjaro, 15 milligrams, which at the time I was on 15 milligrams, just like this box, still am today. But they wanted me to leave Manjaro and go back to taking Manjaro, or sorry, taking metformin. I'm like, dude, metformin didn't do jack for me. Let me know in the comments below. Are you on metformin, and have you been on it before? And how did it affect you? Because it didn't do anything for my diabetes. But I will say this: they put me on Trulicity, and Trulicity, uh, it just didn't do anything for me. I did a review video on that, but Trulicity was a total bomb for me. Didn't do nothing for my diabetes. In fact, my blood sugar started to rise. My A1C started to go up. My weight started to go up. My hunger started to go up, and in all honesty, I failed on that, and had my doctor petition it about 2 or 3 times, and what happened? I got to get back onto this. All right, so was glad to get back on Manjaro. So when I was on 15 for several months, actually years, I was on all the way up to Rachel. Good to see you today. I had actually made it up to 15, and then they kicked me off of it because of insurance. Put me on Trulicity, put me on metformin, all these things, and I had to start back over from like 2.5, and I think they may have started me back at 5, because they weren't going to bump me down 2.5, but I started at 5 and went to 7.5, then to 10, 12.5, and back to 15. Now, I've been on 15 now for the last, I don't know, almost say 3 years, and um, my diabetes is better. I don't necessarily take the 15 milligrams anymore because I want to lose weight. I did get my mom and my dad on this, and my mom's been on it for the last 3.5 years, and she's lost a ton of weight. She's got kind of Manjaro face a little bit. A lot of people tend to age on these GLP-1s. And if you, let me know, guys, in the chat, what are you on? Are you on Manjaro? If you are on Manjaro, Zepbound, let me know what milligram you're on. And let me know also, what is your biggest side effect that you're struggling with right now. With this one, for me, I'm not losing any more weight. I'm down to about 200 pounds, and I'm fine with 200 pounds. I'm 6'3", so I'm definitely not overweight. Depending on who you talk to, a lot of the doctors, they want you to be ridiculously skinny, and they say that's your target weight, which is, by the way, I just say this: don't always go off of what the doctor thinks when it comes to your target weight, because if they're going off the graphs, if I was to weigh 170 or 165 at 6'3", I would lose so much muscle mass. And that's another whole video to be made, on, if you're not careful with taking Manjaro, and you're not working out or taking, the right protein and stuff like that, you can lose a lot of muscle mass and look totally skinny. The reason why a lot of people get the Manjaro face is simply because they lose so much weight so rapidly and fast that the tissues under your face, the muscles, or not, I wouldn't say muscles, but the pads, if you will, the skin underneath, or I don't know what you'd call it, but they're pads. They're underneath your face, and they're supposed to slowly grow or change, but they rapidly change so fast when you lose the weight, where your face starts to droop, and you start to see that under the eyes, a lot in the neck area too. But my dad recently, he had a lot of heart issues, and he was going to have a heart transplant. They talked about, that, they put a pacemaker in, a defibrillator, all these things. And this was a couple of years ago, and he got on Manjaro finally, and his heart is better than it's ever been. So, by the way, terzepatide does help with your heart. It really does. I've seen this. There's science behind it. It's proven. There's things that's continuously coming out about this. Helps with addictions, all kinds of stuff. But this right here, it's been a game changer. Now, if I was to get off of this, my blood sugars would go up, I'm sure. But I will say this: this right here, um, major constipation. uh, Being at 15 is great, but it does cost constipation. Now, my dad's doctor has told him you need to probably back down from 15 milligrams. You've lost a lot of weight. Here's a question for you guys today. I just wanted to pick your guys' brain out there and just some food for thought. How many of you guys do believe and agree that for some reason, when you get to 15, the king 15 on the top of terzepatide, do you feel like it does something to your brain where you are obsessed with 15 and you don't want to leave 15? It's almost like a level that you get to, and when the doctor wants to pull you down, you feel like, the world's against you. People just don't want to see you succeed. You don't want to come off of it. Have you ever thought that? I haven't myself, but I do know some people that the doctor has told, we would like to see you come down, or maybe move away from a GLP-1 like this. And they're like, oh my gosh, why would I do that? You're just trying to take away the best thing that's ever happened to me when it comes to my health with Manjaro. Let me know in the comments, you know, because it's a real thing. I honestly do believe that this medication is a good medication, but on the side, it can also do stuff to you mentally. Sometimes people have depression, suicidal thoughts on this. I've never had that. I don't know anybody specifically that's had this, but there are some things online that tells you that. So, I'm just curious, do you guys ever feel that way? This medication specifically that I'm talking about is Manjaro. It's tirzepatide by Lilly, and it's an injection that you take once a week. But again, it's changed my life. It really has. And I wanted to get on here. This is my first live stream, by the way. So it's not my first one I've ever done. I own a lot of other channels, but this one is the first one that I've done on this channel, GLP-1 Game Changer. And I wanted to talk and kind of get to know my audience a little bit. I'm going to start trying to come on here more often. So make sure you hit that notification bell if you do want to come on the live here. Make sure you hit the notification and make sure it's turned to all instead of personalized, because it will not send out notifications when I go live if you are not, you know, up on the bell with turning it to all. So, with that being said, if you guys have any questions about anything, maybe some topics that you might want to talk about on the next live stream, let me know in the comments below. But I'm here for questions. I'll give you some answers for what I know. If you're coming in the chat, welcome into GLP-1 Game Changer. A lot of people come on here and they're like, what exactly is this guy talking about? What medication are you talking about? Well, for the most part, I would imagine most of you guys would be kind of knowing a little bit about this medication, but maybe you are just dropping in the chat and you're like, I don't know why I'm here, but there's this guy on here. It's got the amazing looking hat, got a great beard. I like this guy for some reason. He just seems like he's got it all together. He's just outgoing, all these things. No, seriously, I'm just messing with you right now, but um, this is the medicine that I'm talking about today. Manjaro. All right. Manjaro, 15 milligrams. It's a shot you take weekly, and it's for diabetes. But they have the same compound. It's called Zepbound, and it's for people with, obesity, people that are overweight. So if you are overweight, you can always ask your doctor if he could give you Zepbound, and it can completely radically change your life. All right, guys. So appreciate you being on here. Almost been on here for 15 minutes. I know not very long, but it is the first live stream I've done on this channel, and just to kind of throw it out there to kind of show my face again. It's been several months since I posted, and I apologize for that. I've just been super busy with all the other channels. But still on Manjaro, still doing it and still enjoying it. It's just a normal daily thing for me, weekly thing. I mean, nothing new to me at all. Been doing this for, what, almost 5 years now. So, actually, I think I may have been doing this actually maybe almost longer than that, maybe 5.5 years. I can't remember. It's been going on for a while now. So, this Victoza before this sucked. It didn't do very good for me. Ozempic didn't do nothing for me. Trulicity didn't do nothing for me. So, but I've tried a lot of stuff. So, we'll talk more about these things on the streams as we go forward. So, thanks a lot, guys, for joining me today, and I'll see you on the next one.